The China government initiative to create and introduce China Digital RMB currency, the digital version of its national currency, is a bold step. Question is whether the recent action by the Chinese government is a well-conceived plan to weaponize the China digital currency as a better monetary value than the dollar. To challenge the dollar, the present dominant currency used for the transaction of international businesses. Okay, I think you want to know about my findings and then hear about my perspective on the subject matter. In that case, please stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. Grab a cup of tea, of course, and then subscribe. So what is a digital RMB? It represents a digital form of China physical currency, and it is embedded in a well-secured blockchain technology, and it is distributed by China Central Bank to second-tier providers. And these second tiers are the likes of state-owned banks and online payment providers like Alipay and WeChat. And again, these second-tier providers are authorized to transfer digital currency to individuals and businesses that can then make payment with money in their digital wallet. Wait, did you notice the difference here? The word, it is distributed by China's central bank to second-tier providers. Okay, why did I raise this point? You probably want to ask. Well, you see, blockchain security network is not designed, or rather it's not created to be centralized or to be controlled by any central authority and second-tier providers, even though people can have access to the ledger. More on this later. For now, let me slow down. And to bring to your attention, you see, China is not new to cashless transaction. By 2017, more than 3/4 of Chinese people were using digital payment in preference to cash, making them a fast-growing cashless society. And the number is still rising fast. And perhaps you want to know more about the term cashless society. And in that case, please stay with me. You see, with this mechanism, payments happen courtesy electronic system. Instead of using paper and coins to exchange value, you authorize a transfer of funds from a bank account to another person or business. And then WeChat and Alipay are two of the most popular mobile payment methods in China. And most people pay on those platforms using barcodes known as QR codes on their phones. And then to the question of whether China is waging a digital currency insurgence in the global financial system and targeting the supremacy of a dollar with the adoption of China RMB digital currency. Well, in my opinion, that is not the case. Please note, this is my opinion. Okay, let me tell you about my findings and share my perspective. As I mentioned earlier, China has been engaging in cashless society transaction as far back as 2017. And another good reason, which could be considered a crucial factor, is the population of China at 1.44 billion people. Perhaps you want me to break it down. Okay, stay with me. I got your back. You see, population of China means a large volume of transaction. In effect, China is already ahead in the world digital transaction, accounting for over 40% of the global payment transaction. Therefore, it is very logical to create a unique sovereign digital currency. Okay, please listen to this. To this key point. And this is not just my opinion, but the reality on ground. China government strategy with the creation of digital currency is to have full control over the country's money circulation, if you like. What is the problem with full control and why? You probably want to ask me. Well, simple. With full control, China government will be able to confiscate your money, deny you access to it. And to the question of why they want to monitor who is who. Who is sending what amount, and at what time and for what purposes. And did you remember the way the China government uses its blockchain? I will remind you. The government employed the use of blockchain as a hub where it dispatches or distributes the digital currency to the second tiers. Provider like banks, WeChat, and then Alipay. Meaning the government knows the sender and the receiver of the digital asset. However, it is contrary to the way Bitcoin blockchain functions. To know more about blockchain, please check my video title, Bitcoin, Cryptocurrency, and then Blockchain Simplified. You will see the clip at the end of this video. And then, just to inform you, blockchain is supposed to be pseudo-anonymous. It is not created to reveal who is who. Meanwhile, if you are like me and who have been pondering and wanted to know the benefit or the advantage of the digital RMB currency, welcome to my world. However, no worries. I did some diggings, and then stay with me. Let me share it with you. You see, most cryptocurrencies and the likes of Bitcoin and WeChat, etc., rely on the internet to function. To send and receive digital asset. Wait for this. China Digital RMB does not rely on the internet to transact business or to move the digital currency from one person to another. The China Digital asset is embedded in blockchain tech. It enables and allows real-time collection of data. It is very helpful and will act as a leverage for adequate economic planning because of very timely data collection. And then the next point could be seen as a challenge to the dollar. You see, for so many years, decades if you like, the world depends and have accepted the dollar as an international accepted currency for transaction of businesses. An example is the US SWIFT system for cross-border payment and banking. Meanwhile, the digital RMB provides an independent alternative to cross-border payments. Okay, the question is, how do you benefit from all this as an investor? Well, I know you can buy Bitcoin and the likes of Bitcoin and watch your investment appreciate with time. Meanwhile, I do not know if the China Digital RMB is tradable. Well, I'd like to hear from my audience. Please leave a comment below. Here comes the best part. Subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, the goal is to generate wealth, build companies, and create jobs. Bye now. See you soon.